Hello and welcome back. This is our Sex Mode Presents Orcs Must Die series playing through on Orcs Must Die, Nightmare difficulty, and achieving the 5 skulls. This is level 17, the bridge, even though I think it should be called bridges since there's 2 of them. And I did actually have quite a bit of difficulty achieving this, and I had to mix up the different traps I used, trying to use spring traps and such. Instead I decided to go for a very Guardian heavy focused, along with Brimstone and Charms. Now right off the bat I have to put down the Brimstone traps on the right hand side. I know that I'll be using a lot of traps, so I go for the Steel Weaver. Very important to lay down that first AoE, and that way the right hand side is pretty much going to take care of itself while I can deal with the left hand side. So I just talked about the map layout. It's quite similar to the previous one. I can't remember the name of it. I had to use decoys on that one. But on this one you got the 2 bridges, and it's pretty much identical waves will come out of the 2. And on either side of the bridges is also an entrance for air units. So having anti-air is quite important, so that's why I've got the Guardians and the crossbows, though I don't think I ever use the crossbows. So at the start of the second wave, sappers will come out, so that's why I've been placing brimstones, and I'm kind of trusting the right hand side will take care of itself while I can deal with the left hand side. That's where my focus is going to be, because it's quite hard to be at 2 places at once. I haven't placed any Guardians yet because I know that the sappers are here on the first 2, and they're just killing off the final one, the first 2 waves. Now in wave 3, it's identical out of both of the bridges, and they both start with a fire ogre. So I quickly charm this one, throw down an AoE, leave him to do what he needs to do, and go and charm the second one. It's a little bit later than I'd hoped, because I didn't quite get him on the first one, but I can recover from it. I just got to get that orc who managed to break the line, and then just going from here, it's all about trying to keep both sides even, because you can't really like barricade one side off or anything like that. So typically from this point, what I'll do to the left I'll do to the right, and where I can't I'll make up the numbers. So here I'm placing some Guardians in the middle neutral, because this is the flying round, so I don't want to lose any Guardians, so that's why I got that heal ability. Previously for this round, if I had got the Guardians without the heal ability, I would lose them. So here at the moment, just helping out the archers shoot down the anti-air, and as you can see that they get stuck on the 2 fire ogres that I charmed. So without them, it makes that round a lot more difficult. So here on wave 5, the ground units will come out on the right hand side, and the air units on the left hand side. So I throw down an AoE right at the front and just help out the anti-air a little bit by throwing a couple of frost bolts down there to try and take out whatever ones that I can. So I am keeping an eye on the mini-map to the right hand side and seeing how close they are. Like I said, the orcs are kind of right there and beating me, so I use my fire ogre as his frontline defense to create his natural choke point. And here I'm just trying to make sure that I don't lose any Guardians, just getting in there and killing them. Now I know after that wave, wave 6 is pretty much identical but in reverse. So I'll head on over to the left hand side of the bridge. My fire ogre is good and he's already up there. So throw down AoE and just let him do his thing, while I can help out my archers. Although I'm missing quite a bit. There we go. So yeah, ice kills them in 1 hit, or you can headshot them. Although you do have to be careful not to let them hover over your fire ogre and kill them. So you just got to keep a constant eye even on your own charm units. Because if you're not paying attention or not listening to the sound or looking at your mini map, you can lose one of your ogres for no good reason. So wave 7, they decide to come. It's like waves 5 and 6 combined. There's ground units as well as air units from all sides. So I'm deciding to bolster up my Guardian with fire arrows, and they will help with the sapper rounds. Unfortunately, they managed to kill my fire ogre on that side, but you know, we'll just have to deal with that. Also with the sappers, if they are chasing you like that, you have to kill them away from you. So I think in this map you've seen me do it a couple of times where, you know, the sappers will be right in my face and I'll have to sprint away and get a bit of distance before killing them. So here, since I basically lost my ogres on the right hand side because he's wandered off, and I knew I had the charm up on the left, I knew the fire ogre was coming, so that's why I placed the paladins on the right hand side, just charming the fire ogres. So here, being able to kill the little flying monsters using the lightning is very effective. Much prefer using it over the ice for the little flying monsters. So on to round 9, and I can see the single dot coming out of the right hand side, which normally means ogre. So yep, sure enough, I want him. So I just add him there, and I think having the 6 brimstone is it's quite good. It's quite a decent amount of brimstone. And yeah, he's just taking out the flying units in bulk there with the lightning. So always keeping an eye on the mini-map to make sure there's no surprises coming out. I think wave 10... Oh no, okay, wave 10 is just a mass out of 2 ground units. But you never know, they might throw in a round of air units midway through a wave. I know there's a certain map, I'm not sure if it is this one, where I get kind of caught out on that. So here, so I'm just deciding to help out my fire ogre since he's up the front and placing some swordsmen there. I could get their swordsman stun ability if I haven't already. That would kind of help you know, keep my charmed units for even longer. Yeah, so that's why I placed the Guardians along the bottom as well, because I was also finding if I keep placing the Guardians in the middle, like up the top between the 2 bridges, there'll be some flying units which would fly, you know, down the left and right hand channels, and the archers wouldn't be able to get them. So that's why I've actually put them behind the swordsman there, and that way they're actually dedicated to killing the ones on the right hand side as well, and not being distracted by what's happening on the left. And I know in my mind that if things get a bit too hectic, I have to support the left hand side, and you know, I can turn the tide of that. So here, just backing away from the sappers, just trying to keep myself alive. I kind of didn't see the ones on the right hand side there who just smashed into my Guardians, but anyway. So that is one of the drawbacks of having the swordsmen so close up front, as they are vulnerable to sap. Jeez. Oh, I charmed him. I was wondering why he wasn't dying. So there's a sapper train just trying to gain the distance. Yeah, so charmed sappers don't really seem to do a lot. They don't really explode. I don't know if you can shoot them, but they don't really seem to be the best unit to charm, but sometimes it's just how it happens. So this is the final wave. It's just, I know that I lost a few times on this map due to the air units, so that's why I've got the swordsman up the front, taking care of the ground units, and then that way I can use my focus on the actual air units. Because it will be one little air unit that will get through and it will ruin your day. So I know here that I've got quite a good blockade with the paladins, and just finishing them off. I'm keeping an eye on the mini-map, making sure there's no stragglers have got them through my arch line and onto the rift, which isn't the case, so I can just help out my units, well, or sit there and be stunned, help out my units, and I know whatever happens on the left hand side in this round happens on the right, so this fire ogre is to be killed on this side as well. I'm just running back because I see that one little dot, so he managed to get through. So if I wasn't watching the mini-map, he could have ruined my 5-scale victory on this map. And yeah, I think that's about it. There might be, okay, I think there's one ogre left to kill. So yeah, so it's all about keeping the left and right hand side in sync, and when there is a mismatch, you got to make up that difference. So yeah, that was the bridge on Nightmare, the 5-scale victory. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one.